So let's talk scanning. Well, hello, welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. Today, as you may have guessed, we are going to be talking about film scanning. So scanning negatives, slides, but really I wanted to talk about the options we have here at Fotospeed for scanning. So we're going to be looking at the Epson scanners that we stock, and also we're going to be looking at a Kaiser Vario. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I will be in the next few weeks. I am going to be looking a little bit more in depth at the technical details. Today's really a bit of an overview, if you will. So I'm not going to dive into that very murky world and looking at different files. I'm going to leave that for a whole separate video because I think it just needs the time to actually look at these scanners and actually how the prints come out and the renditions and things as well. But before we dive into the world of scanners and negative copying, etc., a little bit of housekeeping. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel, and also go on photospeed.com/newsletter to sign up to our newsletter for exclusive discounts, and also to keep up to date with all the news from us here at Fotospeed. Okay, housekeeping out of the way. So within the digitizing film world, you have a number of options. So personally, I think that Epson are really the leaders in this world with the V850. That is the all singing, all dancing pro machine, but we do have the V600, which is this one here, which is about a third of the price. And on paper, you don't seem to get any more resolution out of the V600 than you do the V800. However, the extra money is spent in other areas, which will make your life a lot easier and also a lot more accurate as well. First of all, let's talk about the V600. The V600 is a flatbed scanner, and if I lift it up here, you can put your prints in here as well, but also you can put your film in here to be digitized, be it negative, black and white, color negative, or slides in here as well. So if you've got a big archive of old film prints or you're still shooting film, then this is a really good start, to be honest. If I remove this little kind of bit here, which is the kind of protector, you'll see in here it has another light box, basically, which will project light through your negatives, improving sharpness, improving the exposure, so you get a really nice scan. Now it comes with negative holders, so you've got your slide one here, and you can scan at the same time 2 strips of 35mm. You've also got a 120 holder as well. I've got 6x6 here, but you can put in 6.7, 6.54, etc. in there. Now, the quality is absolutely fantastic. Unlike its big brother over here, you can only scan 2 at a time, and it is a little bit slower, to be honest. So that's one option, and that's usually priced around the 250 to 300 mark. Really great price point, to be honest, and it's a lot of scanner for the money. So it comes with the holders and all the documentation and things you need, but it only comes with Epson's Scan 2 software, just as their basic kind of scanning software. I find it absolutely fine to use, to be honest. So you may want to upgrade that to something like Silverfast or something like that to get the best quality out of this scanner. Now, let me move on to the Epson V850, which is this one here. Now, this is bigger. It's also 3 times the price as well. So you're looking around 800 to £1,000 mark. You do get a lot more for your money. Like I said, scanning quality wise, Epson do say this one has a slight edge on it, but if you look at the numbers on their website, you've got to look very carefully to find where that edge is. It has Silverfast bundled in the box. It also comes with calibration software from X-Rite, or Calibrite as they're called now. So you can pop a test card in here and you can actually calibrate and profile the scanner as well to match your screen, which is a really nice advantage. You can also calibrate it for sharpness and things like that as well. And that's all included in the box. So that's why the price point is starting to jump up a little bit here. Now, exactly the same again. You have the option to scan in here. You put your things in here. We've also got one of these as well. Also, we've got our light here as well. So a bit like in the 600 here, we've got a strip in here. It fills the entire bed of the scanner pretty much. So basically what this means is you can scan more negatives, more slides at the same time. So this is the slide holder here. You can see here you can scan 12 slides at a time. With the 600, you can only scan 4. And it does this a little bit quicker as well. So the actual scanning process, depending on the quality setting you set and all in the Silverfast software. Out of interest, you can use the Epson scan software with this printer, but it does come bundled with the Silverfast software in the box. Also, we can scan 3 strips instead of 4 of 35mm. Now, a really nice feature on these negative holders, they are a real upgrade to the 600's neg scanners in that they have a very stiff, you've got to make sure it's nice and clean, this piece of film going length to length. And this is there to make sure the negative is nice and flat, so you get a lovely sharp scan. Nothing worse than scanning one end and it's perfectly, and as you're going through the negative, it gets out of focus because it's popping up and it's just lifting up a little bit. That's a really nice little feature just to keep it nice and sharp for you. So already we're probably getting better results out of the 850 than the 600 just because of those little features. So you can profile it, you can scan negatives and keep them lovely and flat as well. Also, you can scan 120 in it as well. Same size strip actually than the 600's holder. It feels a lot sturdier. These from the 600 just feel a little bit plasticky, where these feel a real professional job. So they'll last a lot longer. I should say that you get 2 of each of these holders in the box. So you can prepare one, scan one, prepare one, scan one, and all at the same time, so there's no time lost in what you're kind of doing. Now, another thing this scanner comes with is actually a 5.4 large format holder as well. Again, it comes with 2 of these, really nice. It hasn't got a 10.8, I'm afraid. I think it probably could fit a 10.8, but you'd need to kind of keep it nice and flat as well. So that'd be something to think about. Nice option here if you do shoot large format. That's really a very quick crash course. I'm sure Epson will be telling me that there's so much more you can do with this scanner, and that is why I'm going to dedicate a whole video to these. Let me just close this because there is also another option, the Film Copyvario from Kaiser. This is a heavy bit of kit as well. Basically, the theory is you put it on the handy light box we've got here as well, which shines up through it. You pop it on. There is actually a sheet as well that goes around it, so you don't have to look at blinding light as well. The idea being is you lift it up and you pop a negative in it like this, and you close it back down, pop it there, and then you can adjust. It's got little wiper blades either side, so you can adjust those. You're probably thinking, well, how does it scan? Well, you actually take a picture of it with the light shining up through, so you can see your negative shining through. It's nice and lit for you. So the quality of the scan is going to be limited to the sensor in your camera. You probably also want a macro lens as well, so you can get pretty close to it as well to get all that lovely detail. And also, the better the lens on the camera, the higher end value of the lens as well, the sharper the image will be. Now, you just take a picture of it and put it into your editing software like Lightroom. Tell it what lens you were using, tell it what camera you were using. It should correct those problems with the negative not sitting quite flat. Now, the problem with this, and I've tried it a lot of the time, is if you have a lot of negatives, it is going to take you a long time to set each one of them up and photograph them. Even if you've got a nice tripod or copy stand that you can put this in and you can run them through. That's one thing. Also, the other thing is, like I said, it does depend on all your kit. So if you've got an 80 megapixel Sony or something like that, or a medium format Fuji or something like that, then this could be the answer. I mean, it's going to give you amazing quality print. However, if you've only got a small 1-inch compact camera, it's going to struggle, and it is really, you're not going to get as good as scans as these, or even the lower models that these come in. So that's one thing, but it does take slides as well. We get a nice slide adapter. These are a little bit cheaper, but not much cheaper than the 600, to be honest. They're a nice option if you've only got a few negatives to scan, or you're very picky on which ones you're going to use. And they do work quite well, but you are limited again to what camera you have and things. That's another option to consider. Now here at Fotospeed, we sell all of these products. We are a distributor for Kaiser in the UK, and also we are a gold partner with Epson as well. So if you want to see any of these scanners and things, we do have them in our showroom so you can have a look at them. I would say if it was me and budget was no option, I'd probably go for the V850. If budget was a little bit tight though, and I wasn't probably doing loads and loads of my back catalogue that I've got in boxes in my loft, I'd probably look at the V600. So when you break it down, you get a lot more for your money with the V800, to be honest. However, it is going to be £800 to £1,000 to buy one of these. And I'm very conscious in these lovely times that budget is important. So hopefully that's given you a few options with wherever you want to kind of take your negative scanning. As always, any questions or anything at all or any comments, just put them below. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps us, and hopefully get to a wider world in the printing and scanning world as well. So please just make sure you've subscribed. And also don't forget to sign up to the Fotospeed newsletter on photospeed.com/newsletter. I'll put a link below anyway. But that will keep you up to date with all the news from us here at Fotospeed, and also any exclusive discounts we have coming up. So that's given you 3 options for scanning your negatives. On that note, I will see you next week.